Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are having a great time at home. I welcome you all to today's English class. Children, we had started reading the chapter An Exciting Cricket Match. Today, we will continue the reading and we will come to know what happened after Australia won the toss. Let's have a quick recap of what we had read yesterday. So, our chapter started with Ravi and Krishnan, who reached the Firozshah Kotla Stadium at 4 o'clock in the evening. They had gone to watch a cricket match between India and Australia. Children, it was their first experience of watching a match in the stadium. So both of them were very excited. Also, they were surprised to see a huge crowd of people over there. Yes, they also saw a man who was selling banners and slogans with banners and in fact caps with slogans written in support of India, as it was for the first time that the boys were watching a live match. They wanted it to be an awesome experience. So, as both of them bought the tickets, they quickly went inside the stadium and they wanted to occupy the front seats. And why did they want to occupy the front seats? Yes, they wanted to occupy the front seats in order to get a wonderful view of the match. Then, as they took their seats, the two captains, Aaron Finch of Australia and MS Dhoni of India, both of them came to the ground for the toss. Yes, do you remember who won the toss? Very good. Australia won the toss and it chose to bat first. Children, the atmosphere inside the stadium was just thrilling. Shouting of the spectators, beating of drums, everyone and everything was just awesome. And then the actual match started. Now, let us read further and find out what happened in the match. I'm very excited, I'm sure. So are you. So let us start from where we left yesterday. The Indian team came out for fielding and their supporters greeted them loudly. Yes, the supporters, they really cannot control themselves when they see the team. That is what actually happens. Even if we are watching a match on television, then also with the entry of our team, we all cheer them. David Warner and Aaron Finch came to bat first from the Australian team. Mohammad Shami started bowling for the Indian team. He bowled very fast and David Warner hit the ball up in the air. The spectators shouted and clapped as it went out of the stadium. Ravi said, "What a shot! Look, a fielder is running to catch the ball, but he just cannot reach anywhere near it." Krishnan nodded. It was a good shot indeed. Even the bowler clapped for David Warner. Ravi said, "See, that's true sportsman spirit. He's appreciating the member of his opponent's team." So children, what we have read is David Warner and Aaron Finch came to bat first from the Australian team. Yes, we know that Australian team had won the toss and they chose to bat first. Now Mohammad Shami started bowling for the Indian team. So who were the players who came to bat first from the Australian team? David Warner and Aaron Finch. And Mohammad Shami started bowling for the Indian team. And we all know Mohammad Shami, he bowls very fast. Mohammad Shami bowled very fast and David Warner hit the ball up in the air. Yes, David Warner was the opening batsman. So as Mohammad Shami bowled fast, David Warner hit the ball up in the air. The spectators shouted, yes, the match started with a bang. The spectators, we can see the audience, the spectators, the people who have come to watch the match. The audience we can say, or we can also say the viewers who are watching the match. They shouted and clapped as it went out of the stadium. What a great shot! Yes, the first ball he had got and it went out of the stadium. Ravi said, "What a shot! Look, a fielder is running to catch the ball but he just cannot reach anywhere near it." Yes, Ravi said, "What a shot!" That means what a great shot. He said, "Look, just look that a fielder is running to catch the ball." Yes, the fielder, he was running to catch the ball, but the ball it just went out of the stadium and of course the fielder, he could not reach anywhere near it. He was not able to even reach near it. Krishnan nodded. Nodded means to move your head up and down when you want to reply to somebody. He nodded. "It was a good shot indeed." He said, "Of course, you are right. It was a good shot." Even the bowler clapped for David Warner. Okay, that is something great to know. Even the bowler, why it is said even the bowler? Because we all know bowler, he was in the opposite team. And even he clapped for David Warner. He clapped for the batsman who was in the Australian team. Ravi said, "See, that's true sportsman spirit. He's appreciating the player of his opponent's team." Ravi said, what did Ravi say? "See, that's true sportsman spirit." Beta, what is sportsman spirit? Sportsman spirit means a person who plays without caring about winning or losing. Yes, when we actually appreciate the game, when we actually play without caring whether we are winning or losing, we are playing for a good sport. That is called good, true sportsman spirit. He's appreciating. Appreciating means to value or regard highly. Appreciating means when you praise somebody. So he's saying he's praising the player of his opponent's team. See, when a bowler claps for a batsman, that means even the bowler is praising the batsman. That clapping, that was a sign of praise. That was a sign of appreciation. Children, what do we learn from this? Yes, we learn that whenever we play with somebody, we should play with true sportsman spirit. What does that mean? It means that we should not think that only I am the person who should win or only I should play good. If a person who is there in the opposite team, if he or she plays good, you should praise that person. That is called true sportsman spirit. And we should always and always imbibe this spirit in our game. Whenever we are playing, we should keep in mind and we should learn this true sportsman spirit. So children, in this paragraph, let us underline sportsman spirit and appreciating. One more thing children that you might have noticed over here, opponent's team. Yes, this is possessive noun, opponents. Opponents team means the team of the opponents. We have seen apostrophe s over here. That means the team of the opponents is opponents team. So keep in mind all the grammar concepts also whenever you read a text from a chapter or a story. So all these things should be kept in mind. After 15 overs, the Australian team scored 150 runs. David Warner was clean bowled in the 16th over. He waved at the cheering crowd and left the stadium. Yes, after 15 overs, they were playing a 2020 match, T20 match. So after 15 overs, the Australian team had scored how many runs? 150 runs. And David Warner, he was clean bowled in the 16th over. In the 16th over, David Warner was clean bowled. He waved at the cheering crowd and left the stadium. Waved means, yes, he waved. Wave means to move your hand like this. He waved at the cheering crowd. The crowd means, yes, the group of people that had gathered over there cheering. They were all cheering for him, for both the teams in fact. So he waved at the cheering crowd and then he left the stadium. Steve Smith took the striker's position and played well. He and Finch added 40 more runs. At the end of 20 overs, Australia scored 190 runs in all. People cheered for them. Then followed a break. So Ravi and Krishnan moved towards the cafeteria. Ravi said, "Let's have some snacks." Krishnan said, "Oh, the people are rushing to the cafeteria." They bought 2 cans of orange juice and a big packet of popcorn. Soon the match started again. Okay, so what happened? We had learnt that till 15 overs, the Australian team had scored how many runs? 150 runs. Then David Warner, he was clean bowled in the 16th over and he left the stadium. Then, who took the striker's position in place of David Warner? Very good. Steve Smith took the striker's position and played well. He and Finch added 40 more runs. Yes, you would remember children, Aaron Finch and David Warner were the opening batsmen, both of them. So David Warner, he was clean bowled, but Finch, he was still there. So Steve Smith and Finch added 40 more runs. 150 plus 40, that means at the end of 20 overs, Australia had scored 190 runs in all. So 190 runs, a good score by Australia in 20 overs. People cheered for them. Underline the word cheered. Children, cheer means a shout of encouragement and congratulation. Yes, when you want to encourage somebody and congratulate, you cheer for them. Like we can see in this picture very clearly, The crowd cheering for India. One of them is holding a banner of 6. Then another one is having "Come on India." That means they are cheering for their country. So, people cheered for them as they had scored 190 runs in all. Then followed a break. Yes, the first innings that was over. Then followed a break. So Ravi and Krishnan moved towards the cafeteria. Underline this word, cafeteria. Children, a cafeteria is a lunch or a dining hall in a school or a stadium where food is taken from the counter by individuals to their own tables. Yes, a small cafe you can say. That is a cafeteria. So both of them, because it had been quite some time, they were sitting over there and watching the match. So they also wanted a break. So in the break, they moved towards the cafeteria. Ravi said, "Let's have some snacks." Ravi offered Krishnan to have some snacks. Krishnan said, "Oh, the people are rushing to the cafeteria." Children, here the spellings of cafeteria that is printed in the book that I have, it's not correct. You can just correct these spellings. It is E. C-A-F-E-T-E-R-I-A. Right? I've corrected in my book. You can also correct in yours if there is a printing mistake over here. Okay? So, Krishnan said, "Oh, the people are rushing to the cafeteria." They bought 2 cans of orange juice and a big packet of popcorn. So, what did they buy? They bought 2 cans of orange juice and a big packet of popcorn. Soon the match started again. So after some time, the match started again. We have underlined, cheered and cafeteria in this paragraph. Children, you can also underline this word popcorn. That is because that is a word many of the students they make mistakes. Juice and popcorn. Underline these 2 words also. Right? Now let's move further. Now it was the time for the Indian team to bat. Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma started their innings. The Indian supporters cheered loud and clear. Mitchell Starc from Australian team started bowling. Shikhar hit the ball straight and it crossed the boundary line. The umpire indicated that it was a 4. India made a good start. Now children, it was the time for Indian team to bat. Earlier, the Australian team had done the batting. After the first innings, in the second inning, of course, the Indian team would bat. So, who were the players who came? Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma started the innings. And the Indian supporters, they cheered loud and clear. Loudly, the Indian supporters, they started cheering their players, cheering their team. Mitchell Starc from the Australian team started bowling. So, who started bowling from the Australian team? Yes, Mitchell Starc. Children, you'll have to keep in mind these details because they'll help you when you will answer the questions given in the pack exercises. Who were the opening batsmen of the Australian team? Who started the innings in Indian team? Who was the player who did the bowling and all those things, right? So keep in mind. Shikhar hit the ball straight and it crossed the boundary line. Okay, again, India also made a good start. Underline children, underline this word straight and boundary. So Shikhar, as he started the innings, he hit the ball straight and it crossed the boundary line. The umpire, we all know who is an umpire. Yes, it is a person whose job is to watch a game and make sure that rules are not broken. So the umpire indicated that it was a 4 in his first ball he hit a 4. We have to underline this word also, umpire. India made a good start. Yes, of course, it was a good start. That in the first hit only he had hit a 4. So, of course, it was a great start. In this paragraph, we have underlined straight, boundary and umpire. Okay, children. So, we call it a day. We'll continue the reading of this chapter tomorrow. I'm sure you're all eager to know how many runs did India made and who won the match. But for today, we have to stop till here. We'll continue in the next session. Till then, bye-bye.